Go.
Okay, in this little experiment here we're going to take some water from the tap and some water from the filtration system and do a very simple electrolysis test. So firstly, from the tap we'll take a beaker of cold water, and from the filtration system we'll take another beaker of water here. Now both these waters look exactly the same, but there are some big fundamental differences between the two. What we're going to do is to place these electrodes inside the water and conduct an electrolysis experiment. What the electrolysis will do, it will liberate or precipitate the dissolved solids within the water, and by having a look at the colours it will give us a broad indication of what is actually dissolved within that water. If you think of water, it is a very good solvent. It will dissolve anything, good or bad. The good things we want in the water are things like the minerals. The bad things are the toxins which are found in water supplies. Levels of nitrates, for example. Chlorine is routinely added, and in this particular area we know that the water is also fluoridated, which is a very contentious issue with some people. So what I'm going to do is immerse the electrodes in the water, turn the power supply on, and what we should see is a reaction starting between the two waters. Interestingly, with the tap water you can see there's a much more vigorous reaction here, and there's a lot of bubbles which are being emitted from the electrodes. These are hydrogen and oxygen bubbles which make up the water. From the filter water side you notice there's not very much reaction within the water itself. So we're going to leave these for a few more seconds, and then I'm going to stop the experiment and turn the electrodes right round just to show you that we have got the same voltage going through the two sides of the electrodes. Okay, we can probably stop it at that phase there. Give it a quick shake, turn this around and turn this back on again. And again, as you can clearly see, that there is the same reaction coming out from the tap water. What's interesting though is the colour change that's starting to happen between the two waters. Here with the filter water we've got a very deep yellow colour. The deep yellow is due to the actual mineral content within the water. Here we've got a mixture of colours in there, and some of that will be again due to dissolved minerals in the water, but there'll be a certain amount of rust and sediment, and this is from the pipe work where the water's left the treatment works. Again, as I mentioned earlier, think of water as being a good solvent. It will dissolve anything in the water itself. We know there's fluoride that's been added into this water as well. There'll be chlorine that's routinely added, and there'll certainly be percentages of nitrates, probably some pesticides and herbicides as well. But this clearly demonstrates the difference between the two waters. The filter water has cleaned out the things that we don't want in there and left us with a very, very pure water, which is mineral rich, and this also has a very high alkaline pH and is ionized.